The tragic story of Laci Peterson gripped the nation in the winter of 2002. 8 months pregnant and full of plans for the future, Laci vanished on Christmas Eve without a trace. What should have been a quiet holiday became the start of a nightmare, one that left a family searching for answers and a community holding its breath. As investigators began their search, attention quickly turned to Laci's husband, Scott Peterson. With each passing day, the case grew more unsettling, and the intense media coverage transformed a private tragedy into a national obsession. What followed was a series of events that would lead to one of the most closely watched trials in modern American history. The investigation into Laci's disappearance began with a massive search effort. Friends, family, and volunteers scoured the area around their home in Modesto, California. As days turned into weeks, the search expanded to include local waterways, where Laci was believed to have been last seen walking her dog. The police conducted numerous interviews, and Scott's behavior raised suspicions. He appeared calm and collected during interviews, which some found unsettling. As investigators delved deeper, they uncovered inconsistencies in Scott's timeline on the day Laci vanished, leading to mounting public scrutiny. The turning point in the case came on April 30th, 2003, when the bodies of Laci and her unborn son, Connor, were discovered in San Francisco Bay. The discovery sent shockwaves through the community and reignited the media frenzy. The condition of the bodies raised further questions about the circumstances surrounding Laci's death. With the evidence pointing toward foul play, the investigation shifted focus entirely to Scott Peterson. The public's perception of him transformed from a grieving husband to a prime suspect, and the media painted him as a villain. The trial of Scott Peterson began in June 2004 and quickly became one of the most high-profile cases in American history. The prosecution presented a compelling narrative, arguing that Scott had killed Laci to escape the responsibilities of fatherhood. They highlighted his extramarital affair and the financial troubles he faced. The defense countered by suggesting that there was no concrete evidence linking Scott to Laci's murder, and they painted a picture of a man who was just as devastated by Laci's disappearance as anyone else. The trial was filled with emotional testimonies and dramatic revelations, captivating audiences across the nation. After a lengthy trial, the jury reached a verdict on November 12, 2004. Scott Peterson was found guilty of first-degree murder for the death of Laci and second-degree murder for the death of Connor. The verdict sent ripples through the community and the nation, with many feeling that justice had been served. However, the case did not end there. Scott's defense team filed numerous appeals, arguing that the trial had been unfair and that the media coverage had tainted the jury pool. The legal battles continued for years, keeping the case in the public eye. In August 2021, the California Supreme Court overturned Scott Peterson's death sentence, citing issues with jury selection. While he remains incarcerated, the case has reignited debates about the justice system, media influence, and public perception. Laci's story continues to resonate, serving as a reminder of the complexities surrounding domestic violence and the impact of media sensationalism. The legacy of Laci Peterson's tragic story endures, prompting discussions about justice, accountability, and the lives affected by such devastating events. The ongoing developments in Scott Peterson's case ensure that Laci's memory remains alive as the search for truth continues. If this stayed with you, like and subscribe.